Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dion, and today we're taking a subscriber suggestion. This aesthetic I really hadn't heard of until this subscriber CH commented on a couple of my videos and community posts and was like, you know what, let's do it. I feel like it's a really cute New Year's Eve aesthetic. It's called the Stargirl aesthetic, as you saw from the title. I'm excited for it, so if you like fashion aesthetic, niche aesthetic videos, then definitely subscribe to my channel because I post videos every Thursday and sometimes I take your suggestions. Alright, so without further ado, let us get into it. She's the it girl. Everyone turns and stares as she shimmers through the crowd. Many try to get a grasp on the shooting star only to be left in the dust. Like the star, she can only be seen at night in the dark city streets against the brick walls of speakeasies. She appears at midnight and disappears in the wee hours of the morning like a superhero. Despite never working, she sports all the luxuries the world can offer. She's famous for no reason, rich without labor, everything comes easy to her, and nightclubs open doors for her. No one knows what she does during the day, but they count down the hours to see her at night. So this aesthetic also really reminded me of a video I did a couple weeks ago of the Taylor Swift Midnights era aesthetic. I feel like they're basically one and the same, very, very similar, minus the like Taylor Swift part in this one. I was very excited to do it. It's sort of like a mix. I feel like it's like messy French girl, but a little bit more luxury. Like this, what I noticed in the Pinterest boards and in the like TikToks and stuff, it's like a lot of designer goods, which we saw a little bit in messy French girl, but like I feel like if the messy French girl's parents are like famous interior designers and lawyers, then the Stargirl's parents are like Gossip Girl level, like investors, hotel moguls, like that level of, I didn't know my lamp was in the way. That level of wealth. Okay, that's gonna bother me. And I think also like it's sort of similar to Rockstar Girlfriend, whereas like I feel like Messy French Girl is like 9 to midnight sort of like vibes. And then Stargirl is like 12 to 3 a.m. And then Rockstar Girlfriend is like 3 to 5 a.m., you know, just like out all night and like really, really debaucherous. Whereas like Stargirl isn't as like, is a little bit more debaucherous than Messy French Girl, even though it doesn't seem like it with the word messy in it. But it's just because like she's even richer, more looks, more like getting into even more like crazy clubs and that sort of thing. The colors of this aesthetic are like golds, blacks, silvers, a little bit of red, lots of glitter, sequins, rhinestones, like all of that. It's all about shimmering and that type of thing. Also, thank you again to CH because a lot of this information I actually got from their comment, so shout out. Icons are Elena Basquas, Alexa Chung a little bit, Hannah Harrell, Blanca Solar, Alana Champion. Jesus, why can't I speak? Whenever I have to read out names, even if it's like Alana Champion, like words that I know, I can't say it. Like this aesthetic, like I said, is very designer heavy as well. Like you see designer makeup, designer handbags, and especially like just all kinds of luxury, but especially like the specific, like very famous fashion houses, like the old timeless classic fashion houses like YSL, Chanel, Dior, that kind of thing. Likes of the Stargirl are fancy dinners, midnight premieres, concerts, the opera, ballet, speakeasies, underground clubs, secret societies. It's just like, it's very luxe partying. It really is like Serena van der Woodsen, but with more of Blair's style. Serena van der Woodsen's vibe, Blair's style. The essentials to the Stargirl aesthetic are fur jacket, sequin clothing, the perfect little black dress, basic baby tees, wide leg jeans for daytime, an oversized cream or white sweater / cardigan, oversized black blazer, sparkle suit sets or sparkle sets in general, obviously anything sparkly, but the color scheme is pretty like neutral. Shoes, the perfect black heels to dance in, anything sparkly shoes, again. Tall boots, sparkly or black is preferred, but just like tall boots in general, especially with a good heel. Golden gooses, Converse with the stars on for daytime. I feel like this, like Stargirl daytime and Stargirl nighttime are very, very distinct. Like daytime is very like Twilight core and like, I don't know, just kind of like downtown girl, basic like 2000 mid 2000s looks.
Sometimes I hear myself talk in these videos about aesthetics, and I just think like if an alien from outer space was hearing me, they would want to hit me.
And the like nighttime look is very like New Year's Eve vibes, which is kind of I like that. We'll get into that later, but for the daytime, it's like sneakers with stars on it. I feel like I said, it's sort of like a superhero. So you don't dress like a star girl like how you would at night, like whoa. But during the daytime, you have like a lot of star motifs, still a very like neutral color palette, very basic. But then at night, that's when you like shimmer. So I do like the contrast aspect of that. So yeah, the daytime look is very casual, whereas the nighttime look is so luxe. Favorite accessories, obviously star jewelry, glittery makeup, sparkly hair accessories, like transparent Y2K sunglasses, the classic like designer black purse, like a YSL or Chanel, like black, lamb's leather flat bag, like something just like iconic, timeless. Even if it's vintage, that's even like better because it's more coveted. So this aesthetic, I'm like back and forth. I feel like it's very much a baby aesthetic. Like it's still very much in its infancy, which makes it hard to talk about. Like when you think of an aesthetic like dark academia or cottagecore or old money, it's so holistic. Like you could really, it's such a well thought out aesthetic, and they've been around for many many years that you really can pinpoint the references and everything. This is still, I feel like amorphous a little bit. It's not like a solidified aesthetic. Plus, it's not that popular right now. Like it was kind of hard to find info on it. It's still in the process. So it makes it a little bit hard to give criticisms on it. I do feel like this is a slightly cuter version of Downtown Girl, especially the night outfits. It's more luxe, but just as basic. I really do like the playful like star motifs and the sparkles, and like that's what makes it a fun aesthetic for me. That's sort of its redeeming quality. I like color. I just prefer color. I always say basics are for the basic. And that's not a read. That's not like to be rude. It's just that's not what yeah, I can't talk. This was definitely like my New Year's Eve aesthetic goals for this year. I really want to like step up my fancy game and like get higher quality tops, shoes, and purses. 'Cause I have some good quality trousers, but I find that like even in photographs and stuff, you can just tell what's good quality and what's not. And I want to just sort of like retire the things I've had since like 2016 and start investing in like really high quality, like cool pieces. Like something you could just like tell is high quality and like well made just by like looking at it. And that doesn't necessarily mean like designer stuff like in the Stargirl aesthetic, but I do like appreciate the Stargirls like really fabulous like mock and mock heels or Chanel flat bag, like just these classic, iconic, go with everything, timeless items. Like I do appreciate that aspect, and I actually do aspire to have like that sort of type of closet in a way. This person is like aloof but seen at parties. I feel like that's their vibe. Like they're the quiet girl and then they go to parties and like, whoa, who is she? Like the daytime Stargirl aesthetic, like I said, is very basic. Like I don't like the daytime Stargirl aesthetic. I like the fact that there's like stars all over it. That's playful, that's fun. And I find that for the daytime Stargirl aesthetic, it's very much about like DIYing, upcycling, sewing your own star patches on it and like customizing your clothing, which I stan completely. Just because it's not really my personal style. Like I don't really like low-rise jeans. Baby tees make my armpits sweat too much. Like I have a whole thing. I do appreciate that it's very like upcycling, using chains and safety pins, and I don't know. I really really like that aspect of it. And I let the basicness slide because it sort of feels like, oh, they're living a double life, like secret persona, and that is like you might not notice her in the light of day, but at night she sparkles. I do like the contrast that the daytime look serves to really highlight the nighttime look, because that's, you don't see stars shine at night, and so or, you don't see stars shine during the day and then you see them at night. So I like that the daytime outfits are like whatever to me, and the nighttime outfits are like, you know. So I mean, my criticisms for it are also pretty much the same as it was for like Downtown Girl, like in most aesthetics. It's just the whole like low rise. I mean, anyone can wear low rise, anyone can wear whatever they want, of course, but like when all you see is the style on like a very 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 thin person, it's sort of like, what? I don't know. I'm not a fan of that sort of style, like the Henley. It's just not my vibe. It's just not my vibe. If you like it, go for it. If it works for you, go for it. Whatever. I mean, I wish this style had more diversity. I feel like this style, like, not only is it skinny white girls, but it's like blondes, like a lot of blondes. I don't know. Maybe that was just me and like what I saw on TikTok, but that was just a side note. I like that it's basic pieces because then you can just invest in good pieces, or like having basics is very versatile. So I like that aspect of it. I like the upcycling aspect of it. It's just like, it's not super my style just because I like things a little bit more colorful. The nighttime style though, I think is rad. So with that, we are going to talk about getting the look. This sounds a little bit weird, but you do want to look as like rich in looks as possible. Stick with obviously like neutral colors. This aesthetic I feel like is very color palette specific. I feel like some are not, some are. This one I feel like is. You want to stick with the black, silver, creams, golds, pops of red. And like you want to think like black and white movie glamour. And this is also a very like textured aesthetic. So look at furs, sequins, rhinestone, pearl detailing, silks, change. I wouldn't say it's like touchable texture like we talked about in the like winter coquette video. Like that was about being touchable. This less so, but more like you want to think, would this outfit look good in a black and white photo? I know that sounds weird, but a lot of this aesthetic is in black and white. And so you want to think like, is this outfit still going to look cool in black and white? If I devoid it of color, will the sparkle still shine? Will it look luxe and whatever? And that's why I feel like textures are really important. The chains, the detailing, the 3D effect to allow that to come through in a black and white photo. Furs, all of that. Glitter will like manipulate the light and everything. And I don't know, I feel like that, sorry, not to toot my own horn, but I feel like that's a really good analogy on how to build an outfit for this. It's like, will this look good in a black and white photo? Will it look luxe? Will it look like, whoa, that is interesting. That is like eye-catching. It's still sparkly even in black and white. And because the color palette is so neutral, you don't really need to worry about the colors as much. So yeah, when you're building an outfit like that, think about the way that it looks devoid of color and making sure that it still shines and still is like looks like it would feel luxe, like it's a luxe outfit. Even if it has no color in it, it'll feel luxe and not touchable, but textured and interesting. When you're thrifting this look, honestly, this is like the perfect time, which is another reason why I wanted to talk about this aesthetic now, because right now, all of the thrift stores are gonna have their coats out and their party stuff out. So this is a good time to look, like to go down the aisles, see what's going on. You wanna look for like fur, mohair, feathers, stones, sequins, glitter, chains, oversized blazers in the color palette, the perfect little black dress. Yeah, like a bunch of basics. Honestly, like I would probably skip the like, I would focus mostly on the dresses and the coats at the thrift store, because I feel like that's when you can find good gems. I just feel like with like the tops, I mean, in the bottoms, you might get like a lot of, at least for the nighttime aesthetic, like not that great quality, like sort of fast fashion-y quality clothing. So looking at like specifically like the party dress section with all the sequins and stuff and the like coats and blazers section, I would probably not bother for this aesthetic to go down the like tops and pants aisles. I would probably shop on like Depop and Poshmark for that, to look for like specific brands or designers that I know are like really high quality and I can really like shop and make sure I'm getting what I want, sort of thing. That's just my tip. I guess for the daytime aesthetic, you can go through the baby tees and the bottoms. I don't really like the daytime aesthetic personally, so I wouldn't do that anyway. You could find like Henleys and baby tees and cargo pants and stuff like that there. Good thing about like Downtown Girl and this aesthetic and like the sort of mid 2000s twilighty aesthetic is that it's like all over the thrift store, so it's easy to find. Alrighty, and with that, that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much, CH, for suggesting this. It was very fun to do. Let me know what you think about this aesthetic, and also comment down below what other aesthetics you'd like me to cover, because I love doing things that you want to see. And follow me on TikTok and Instagram because I post content there every single day. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I post videos every Thursday. And there's like one more week left to DM me your holiday party outfit dilemmas that I can help you pick out for different like holiday events. So DM me on Instagram at @DionBatara so I can help you out. I would absolutely love to do that. And I want to have like plenty of submissions and everything. And with that, have a happy day. Bye.